What's up everybody, Coach Mills here coming at you with a brand new Valorant video, and in this video we have to cover some crazy things. First off, we gotta talk about Act 3 Agent Leaks, a brand new agent that has the ability to turn himself and allies invisible, and we're also gonna talk about this crazy story about Riot justifying or allowing people to cheat. It's a pretty crazy story and we're gonna be breaking it all down, plus much more. But go to the Game Leap website right now if you want to climb to Diamond, Immortal, Radiant, and cement yourself as a top tier Valorant player. We got everything you need, including in-depth advanced guides, VOD reviews, and much more. Go check it out right now, and we can't wait to see you there. But without further ado, let's jump into the video. So with Act 3 just on the horizon, a lot of people are speculating exactly what the new agent is going to be, because that is the big thing that we're going to be getting. We're not going to be getting a new map in Act 3 or anything like that. We're going to be getting a new agent, and all of these things have been leaked. So let's break down some of the crazy leaks that have come out and compile them all together to paint us a picture about some of the things that might just be on this next agent in the 1.1 patch or Act 3 as a whole. Now we got this little leaked tidbit, codenamed Stealth, as well as this character model for something that kind of looks like a diamond-like character, a character that looks like he is almost translucent, the boys reference aside, but it does look like someone that would be a stealth type character, right? But here is the other thing that got leaked, a Stealth X ability, Area Invisible, which looks sort of like an AoE, and it's gonna also warn other players that there's a nearby stealth enemy. So the agent's gonna be either able to go invisible or possibly make others invisible as well, and players will be warned, of course, when the stealth is near. Now this would be like a throwable invisible grenade that could turn you and your allies invisible. That does seem really interesting, but there are some things we got to think about with an ability like this. Of course, being invisible doesn't mean that you're invulnerable, and if enemies are warned that you're nearby, they can always just spray in every direction, and maybe if they did damage to you, it would reveal you. We don't know for sure. On top of that, maybe this ability is actually just secretly overpowered, because just that split second of them not being able to see you from a further distance away, you could line up that perfect shot and kill them, and there's no counterplay. Definitely seems incredibly powerful, and we don't know if this is actually going to be on the next agent or if this is going to be an ability for a future agent that just slipped through the cracks in the coding. You see, the thing is, we already speculated that it was going to be a druid healer, one, due to the fact that Riot has already said multiple times that there's going to be new healers added to the game, and two, the fact that one of the icons looks most like a druid type character, and maybe the stealth ability is actually tacked on to the healer character. We don't know for sure, but definitely let us know what you think about this stealth ability. Do you think it would be way overpowered? Do you want to wait and see what it's like? Or do you think that it's a fantastically cool idea? Definitely let us know your opinion in the comments down below. Now, the next story that we gotta talk about is actually just insane. Like, this is the most crazy story that has come out so far, and we're gonna dig into it, but the question that is asked is Riot allowing for cheaters, or is this all just a big misunderstanding? Well, we're gonna play footage from a popular Facebook streamer, Mika, and I apologize for its low quality, but I want you to watch this footage and I want you to tell me, do you think that the person in this clip is aimbotting? We're gonna roll the clip and then we're gonna talk about it afterwards. Roll it.
Last player standing. Give me those back. Give me those back.
Nasa likod.
One enemy remaining.
Grabe, is that you? May kalaban to.
So here's the thing, one of the Team Liquid players, Player 1, actually watched this, as well as TSM's Wardell, and both of these players have said that this looks sus 7 ways till Sunday. Both of them clearly state that it is blatant aimbotting, and Reddit is no different. If you look at the Reddit forum, every single person is clamoring Riot to take this person down, that this is 100% aimbot, and there's just hordes and hordes of comments, people saying it's so, and they have the legitimacy or the justification with 2 pro Titan players backing them up, all saying that this is aimbotting. Well, here's what a Riot's dev said after Riot themselves have reviewed the footage, and they stated that it was indeed not hacking. Let me read it word for word by Riot Ray K. Quote, normally we don't add to the publicity of an individual case, but because this one's getting a little out of hand, Mika is innocent. And if it's pronounced Micah, I'm sorry, but Mika is innocent. We've completed a thorough investigation of Mika's gameplay, and while the clips might be suspicious individually, we're confident that cheating software was not utilized for the accused sessions. Keep the reports coming, but leave the sentencings to us. Now, basically what he is saying here in less than a few words is stop playing the judge, jury, and executioner, send us clips, and we decide who's aimbotting. And he's also saying that Mika is 100% innocent, that she is not aimbotting. Now, I need to tell you my take on this, and I'm gonna be pretty frank here. When watching the clip, it looks extremely suspicious for a ton of reasons. Not only did the Jet ultimate flick to the head of the second kill, but the kill on the Cypher looked absolutely insanely suspicious with just how it flicked to his head out of nowhere. On top of that, her fundamentals just seem completely off in this clip. Her crosshair placement, which is one of the most important things. Don't tell me how much I over talk about it just on this channel, but really look at her crosshair placement in this entire clip. She's walking around looking at the floor, and this is Plat 2 gameplay, so it does make things feel a little bit weird how her fundamentals are completely off. And it's really hard to know with her mouse cam that is supposed to be actually viewing her mouse movements. It's not even on her mouse, so we can't even try to match up her movements with the gameplay. There's just a lot here that makes this look incredibly suspicious. I mean, someone called Kefri. This looks like a classic 0.25 slowdown scenario. Now, that being said, however, Riot reviewed this footage, and they have confidently said that this is not aimbotting. Now, the thing is though, they have stated that they cannot tell us exactly what clears her. They know that she's innocent, but they can't tell us what they've used because it compromises the integrity of Vanguard and their systems as a whole. Now, there are several things that happened when Riot has defended Mika. Some people said, okay, we're gonna trust you, we're gonna back away, and that's just it, that's the end of it. Other people had said, okay, even if she wasn't aimbotting in these instances, they've been pulling clips all over the place, showing other instances that look very suspicious. And some people have said, this is clearly aimbotting, I don't care what you say, Riot. This is 100% aimbotting, and let's just whip out the pitchforks and Mika Sush, just send her into space. Vote her off, right? Anyways, but the thing is, even coming from someone who really does understand just how suspicious this looks, I do also know just how inaccurate the viewing system of the game can be sometimes. How many times have y'all got headshots in your games and they haven't registered? Or how many times have you been running headshot? Or how many times have you saw something on the screen that wasn't there? Just because a couple of sus clips have come out doesn't mean they don't have to do with luck, doesn't mean they don't have to do with a bad internet or a bad computer or a lot of different audio visual things. If Riot says that this person is not aimbotting, then I do think that we owe them at least a little bit of faith that that is true. But that being said, we can still be skeptical, but to demonize Mika right off the bat, I think that that is way overstepping our bounds as a community. But what I really want to know is your opinion. Do you think this is aimbotting, and why? Do you think that she is innocent and all of these claims are unjustified? Even if she is guilty, do you think that should be left up to Riot to punish her, or do you think that it's justified that a whole bunch of people are really mad that Riot is not taking immediate action against her? I want to know all your opinion about this in the comments down below, and it's definitely not an easy topic. I know that a lot of people might get heated about this, but just try to keep an open mind and let me know your comprehensive opinions in the comments down below. Now moving on to the next big story that we got to talk about. Both Sentinel, Sinatra, and TSM Wardell got nominated for the Esports Award PC Rookie of the Year. Now, while it does seem cool that people from the Valorant community got nominated for this really awesome award, people really got mad that Sinatra was put on this in the first place. Maybe calling him a Valorant Rookie of the Year is true, but in that regard, every single person playing Valorant would be a rookie. I mean, Sinatra has more awards in Overwatch than just about any other person in the entire game, and he walked away from Overwatch as at least one of the top 5 best players in the entire world in Overwatch. At least that's what most people thought. So to call him a rookie just doesn't really make any sense. And a lot of people were really upset with this, especially with people like Tens not getting nominated at all. Now, as far as Wardell, I actually do think that Wardell is someone who would deserve an award like this. I mean, Wardell did play some CS, but he didn't have some great success, and he is really making a name for himself. Someone who is unforgettable, of course, in the scene of Valorant right now. He is just dominating and popping off. Everyone knows him, and whether you love him or hate him, he most likely deserves something like this. So if you're interested, make sure that you go vote now and, you know, help our boy Wardell out. I mean, the op just got destroyed. The least we could do is get him Rookie of the Year, right? All jokes aside, let's talk about the last thing. And this is a really important topic that we got to hit on. And it's the smurfing problem. And there's been a lot of posts about this on Reddit. And just the general feel of people in the comments and just everything I ever run into is people talking about Smurfs. And smurfing is a legitimately big problem in every single competitive game. Smurfing can be a big problem, but when a game like Valorant has a huge smurfing problem, it is massive because the game's free to play. The barrier to entry is really easy. I mean, it's really easy to get into an account. It's really easy to smurf, and a lot of times people will play, you know, in their main, and they'll get to a certain rank, and instead of keeping to play that rank or keeping and still playing on their main, they would much rather just play on their smurf or their second smurf or their third smurf or whatever the case may be. Now, the big problem with smurfing though is I personally don't really think that there's a great fix to smurfing. You can do things to encourage people to play on their mains, and they've done that with things like Act Rank, with things like the Battle Pass, and there's probably more things that they could do to give people some sort of incentive to be grinding on their main and competitive. But the thing is, it's impossible to make it so that you can only grind on one account. It's just simply not gonna happen in a free-to-play game, and the smurfing problem is just that, a problem that pretty much will never get fixed. Now, are Smurfs the reason that you can't climb? Well, maybe in some games, but over the long haul, smurfings are not holding you back because you're not gonna have a smurf in every game. And if smurfing is random for both teams, eventually you're gonna have smurfs on your team as well, and you're gonna have smurfs against you, so it's gonna even out. But more importantly, there is actually a mathematical thing that you need to know about climbing, and this is so important. So here is the big takeaway. Now, these numbers are just arbitrary, but you'll understand the concept by the end. There are about 30% of games that you are gonna lose no matter what you do. You could play amazing, you could play phenomenally, you could pop off, but no matter what you do, you're gonna lose those 30% of games. Now, there are also gonna be another 30% of games that you are gonna win no matter what you do. You have insane players on your team, you have smurfs, and just no matter what happens, you are gonna dominate and win that game. Even if you bottom frag, you're still gonna win that game. Now, people might say, oh, then it's just a coin flip. Some games I win no matter what, some games I lose no matter what. Well, the thing is, there's always a middle percentage. And for this example, there's 40%, but the real percentage might be anything in between 0 to like 50%, but that is the difference maker percent. And what I mean by that is the percent where your impact really will affect the wins and losses of the game. And especially in a system where you actually are rewarded for going above and beyond and getting MVP and things like that, that is really how you stretch that difference. And smurf or no smurf, over the long haul, you can still climb regardless of the smurfs. It does make the competitive experience a little bit more frustrating, and I would love to see Riot introduce some things to help with the smurfing problem. But for now, you need to understand that smurfing is not the thing holding you back. But definitely let me know what you think about the smurfing problem in the comments down below. What do you think Riot could do more to help this smurfing problem, or do you not think it's a problem at all? I definitely want to know your opinion in the comments down below. But if you want to climb to Diamond, Immortal, and beyond, and really get that 40% to a giant amount of win rate and just dominate 70% of your games or more, you definitely need to go check out the Game Leap website. We have in-depth VOD reviews, advanced tips and tricks, and everything you need in order to climb. But that's all we got for you today. Thanks so much for coming by. I'm Coach Mills, and of course, until next time.